So gaze inward, exploring maybe a few thoughts about what makes you happy. So what makes me happy is finding something new in life, in my daily routine, in my daily practice, my daily yoga, my daily meditations. Something new, something that excites you, makes you smile. So as we settle in, gazing inward, turning the corners of your mouth upward. And today, as I logged on to Zoom, talking about the weather, our favorite topic, and the blue skies today, that also makes me happy. Finding deep, deep gratitude for all those that have helped us through this situation, this disaster, and all the disaster relief that's been going on for the last few weeks. Humble gratitude for all those that have helped. So eventually closing your eyes, just soften your face, relax your jaw. And then take your tongue away from the roof of your mouth and the back of your teeth and let it just float in your mouth, relaxing the root of your tongue. Now picture your cheekbones, the cheekbones of your face. Kind of draw the cheekbones down to lengthen the base of the head where it joins your neck. Interesting place on the face. I had the wonderful opportunity this morning to FaceTime with my niece, my grandniece. She's 4 months old now. And she's smiling and wiggling, looking at her toes and kind of lifting her feet up and down and cooing. It was quite wonderful to see her in person. Made my day. That also makes me happy. So whatever makes you happy, bring your awareness inward. So before we start moving, we're connecting with our breath, tuning into our body. And the concept of listening to your body, that takes practice. Not ignoring when it's calling to you, paying attention to when it's calling to you. So just listen, drawing your gaze further, deeper, drawing the shoulders down away from your ears. We're going to lengthen the neck a little bit more. See if you can bring your chin level with the ground. Does that bring awareness into the feet? It does, because all 4 corners of the feet are pressing down to lift higher, get taller. Did you know just doing this strengthens your body, your whole body? Just doing this simple, very subtle action. Relax your shoulders away from the ears and then continue to get taller. Do you notice your glutes? Do you notice your belly? Yeah, you have to engage those in order to lift up. So feel some length in the neck. Feel some relaxation in the shoulders. Draw them down away from the ears and then gently, slightly toward each other. Feel the tips of your elbows maybe touching right above the hips. maybe touching your hips. Relax your belly, but keep it engaged. Find the in-between, the sweet. That's what yoga is all about, finding that in-between, between efforting and relaxing, letting go. Very elusive, I'd say. Changes all the time. Going down into the hip area. See if you can bring your sit bones right on top of the chair. So there's a gentle curve in the low back. Feel that gentle curve coming forward. Notice your glutes. Notice the sides of your legs going down to the knee joint on the outside, lateral side of your legs. Just notice. Anything going on there? Then notice your knees. Point them straight ahead. And then notice your shins. Are they directly over your feet? Are you letting the feet kind of roll to the outside, your legs to the outside? Or are you rolling toward each other? Are the knees coming together? See if you can even that out, press all four corners of your feet. All right, lift up all 10 toes and gently draw them apart. Set them carefully back down onto the earth. And then relax your arch. Soften your feet. Coming back to your face. Any tension in the jaw? Did you have to clench your teeth to do any of that? So see if you can soften your jaw and take a breath in. Let's all stretch it. Inhale and open your mouth. Exhale through your mouth. Gently bring your lips together, turn up the corners. And slowly draw your attention back inward. Finding your breath in and out. Counting to 4, I'm going to count for you. We're going to inhale, 1, 2, 3, top of the breath, 4, hold for 1. Kumbhaka is the word in Sanskrit meaning retaining the breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now holding the breath out, draw the navel in, 4, 3, Uddiyana Bandha, 2, draw the navel in firmer, and then relax. Take a breath in. We'll just do that one more time. Breathing through the nose, exhale through the nose. Counting 1, inhale 2, 3, 4, Kumbhaka, 1, 2, 3, 4, top of the breath, retaining, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the navel in, 4, 3, 2, all the way in, and release. Take a full breath in, and exhale through the mouth. Ha. Little sound. One more. Inhale. Little sound. Ha. All right. Hands to the heart. Drop the head down, bowing forward. Set an intention for your practice. It's the end of the week. Welcome to your Friday. Welcome to your weekend. Setting an intention. Oh, so many things to set an intention for. But maybe it's for yourself today. What makes you happy? And then your next breath in, fill up all the way. Let's chant Om. Beautiful. And I heard you all releasing your hands to your legs. Open your eyes. Starting with the shoulders, lifting them up, back, and down. Now, if you ever feel sensations in your upper back and your shoulders, not in the joint per se, but in the muscle tissue in the upper back, shoulder rolls are really good. Feel a little opening. It's a simple rotation. Most of us can do this. Adding the head, lifting the chin. Breathe in, breathe out as you drop the head, drop the shoulders. One more. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chin, lift the shoulders, drop the head. Keep the head down, drop the shoulders down, and then draw the shoulder blades together, bringing the tips of the elbows alongside your body. Keeping the shoulders there as you lift the head, stretching the front of the throat. We're going to stretch the jaw again. Breathe in, open your mouth, and then breathe out. Bring your head back to neutral. Keep those shoulders back and down. Lifting the right shoulder, drop the ear. Move the shoulder up and down a couple times. And then drop that shoulder, and then bring the head over the other side. Feel that stretch at the opposite side, lifting up and down a couple times. That's it. And back to center. Loop the shoulders up, back, and down. Slide the hands over toward the knees. Lengthen the arms. Press down into your legs with your palms. Now we're going to draw the chest forward between the arms. Draw the shoulder blades back. It's not a cat. We're just drawing the shoulder blades back as we draw the body toward the hands, your chest toward the hands, and then draw the chest back. If this doesn't make any sense, just give it a try. Draw the body, your chest forward towards your hands, and then draw the chest back. This draws the shoulder blades together when you draw the chest forward. And this opens up the shoulder blades protraction. Yeah, one more time, drawing the shoulder blades together. Press down into your legs with your hands. Something new, right? Then bring your hands all the way to your crease and open up your hands. Bring your thumbs so they're facing each other. Bring your fingers alongside the outside of your thighs, and then just press down into your legs. This is your femur bone. Press down into your legs like that and create a little length right here in the torso. So if that's too much for your hands, maybe use the heel of your hand and press down into the crease. That works too. And then lift upward. Draw the shoulders backward and then keep that lift. Release your hands, place them gently back on your legs. Lengthen the back of the neck. Take a breath in here. Find your breath. One more. And exhale. All right, let's take our right leg forward. We've done this move many times with our right leg forward and this leg at a right angle. It's at a 90-degree angle. So the other foot is right underneath the knee, right? So the toes are pointing ahead, straight ahead. The heel is not out to the side. The toes are not turned out to the side. The toes are pointing forward. Press all four corners of that foot firmly, and then see if you can lengthen this extended leg, pressing through the heel. Now we're going to take this heel off the floor of the opposite leg. So I'm lifting my heel off the ground. Now I'm going to slide this foot toward me. Yep. So now my foot is going close to under the chair, but not under the chair, and my toes are tucked. How are you doing with that? If this is not happening, do not slide your toes towards you. If it's too much for your foot or your arch, see if you can slide your toes towards you though. If you can, great. And now we're going to bring a little more pressure into those toes. My heel is lifted. Okay. My heel is lifted. Now we're going to lean over this extended leg. Now this is a seated variation of Ardha Hanumanasana, the splits, believe it or not. Yeah, I can demonstrate it on the floor someday. So bring your hand right on top of your knee. Your other heel is still lifted. Inhale, come back up. Bring that foot slightly forward, plant it on the ground. Taking this hand on top of your leg and just hover the heel off the ground of the extended leg. And place it back down. All right, this next one, we're going to press down with this hand and lift this leg. 5, quad work 4, press down 3, slowly moving 2, last one, drop the heel. Relax your foot, very relaxed, I'm not flexed. And then slowly again, dorsal flex. Yep, so that means bringing your toes towards your shin, stretching the back of the knee, sliding the heel toward you, keeping the heel in contact with the ground, but the foot is off the ground, and press through the heel. So just bend the knee, in other words, keeping the heel on the floor. Slide the heel and extend. Slide the heel and extend. Hold here, sit tall, press that foot, the one on the ground, firmly. Flex the other foot, dorsal flex firmly, and now I want you to squeeze your glutes. Get taller, longer, and release. Ah, that woke up that foot. All right, now we're going to do that stretch with the other foot. First, extend the opposite leg. Flex the foot. Bring this foot slightly toward you, maybe about 2 or 3 inches, and lift the heel off the floor. Hold there. All right, so if the foot is out here, that's totally fine. Or if the foot is flat, that is totally fine. But see if you can lift the heel off the ground, like that. Yep, toes are tucked. Going forward, keeping that heel up. I'm going to bring my foot a little closer because I want a deeper stretch into my foot, because I can do that. I do this exercise almost every day just to wake up my feet. So keep going down, not further than your kneecap. Hold here, flat back. Take a breath and see if you can lift your toes a little higher in dorsal flex. That's it. Keep going. Inhale, coming back up. Keep that heel on the floor of your extended leg for a moment. And then bring this foot forward, plant it back on the ground. Hold here. Press down into all 4 corners of that foot on the floor firmly as you hover the foot. So we're just giving this quad muscle the idea of what's to come, and then drop it down. We're going to lift it 5 times by pressing this side. 5, 4, not a big movement. 3, last one, lift. Drop the heel, and now just relax your foot, relax your leg. Flex the foot, bring the toes toward you, and then slide the heel toward you and press away. Bending and straightening. Slide the heel toward you and then press away. One more, slide, extend, hold, and relax. All right, hands to the side of the chair, Dandasana, staff pose. So we're quite familiar with this pose. This time, I'm going to add a little bit a little subtlety to it. I want you to flex your glutes. So here's me not flexed. And see how I'm lifting up as I flex my buttocks? Yeah, like that. So I want you to flex your glutes. Hold here. 5, this strengthens the back body. 4, draw the navel in firmly. 2, and relax. All right, still sitting on the edge of your chair. If you can handle it a few moments longer, lift the toes, dorsal flex both feet evenly. Flex the glutes, drop the arms to the side. We're going to come into cactus pose with the arms. Yep. Hold here. Draw the navel in. So when we come into cactus pose, sometimes our rib cage juts forward. We're going to draw the rib cage in, draw the navel in, and then draw the shoulder blades together and flex the glutes. Legs are long. Every muscle in the body is working. Take one breath. And relax. Bring your feet in. Yeah. All right. Lifting the arms overhead. Breathe them up. So we're going to do cactus pose a little differently again. So we're going to bring the arms into cactus pose, but we're going to add on. So let's first come into this pose. The arms 90-90. Got it? So I'm going to even out my elbows. I'm going to see if I can get my wrists in line with my forearms. Oh, there we go. I'm taking a look, making an adjustment. Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a hold of a bar above our head and then do a back bend. So we're going to grab a hold, make a fist, and lift the upper chest and look up. Draw the elbows downward, pulling. I'm going to do that a couple times. Inhale, breathe in, lift up, grab a hold of the bar and come into a back bend. Feel that in the way up in the upper back, all the way to C7 even, I feel it. Last one, grab a hold into a back bend. So we're strengthening the back by doing this. Extend the arms up. Your arms should be tired. Join the thumbs together and hook them. Hook your thumbs. Yep. See if you can hook them. Yep. And then bend the elbows slightly. See if you can flare the fingers. And then pull the fingers gently. Change sides. Relace with the other thumb on top. Can you do that? Yeah. And pull. If it's too much for your thumbs, don't do it. Just do that. Bringing your arms back into cactus. I know they're tired. Top of the arms, top of the shoulders. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now this should feel good by extending the arms to the side, palms face forward. Spin the arms so the palms face downward. And then spin the arms so the back of the hands facing forward. We're going to come to our hands behind our back. Slowly. Groaning is totally okay. All right, so rest your hands on your back. If your shoulders don't do this, do one arm. If your shoulders don't do this at all, just bring your hands to your belly and then draw the elbows back and the shoulders back. There's always options. Okay, rest your shoulders by drooping them forward. So a little bit of rounding in the upper back. Let's drop the head forward. And then lift the head. And now we're going to press the backs of our hands into our back. Draw the elbows toward each other. And then droop the shoulders forward, drop the head, round the upper back. Do not go into a cat yet. We haven't done that motion yet. And now find some happiness here as you draw those elbows closer. Light pressure the back of the hands on the lower back. Now if your chin is jutting forward, see if you can lengthen the back of the neck. Draw the chin in toward the throat slightly. Use your feet, use your belly. And then keeping contact with your body, bring your hands back to your legs, slide your hands forward towards your knees, Now you get your cat, your reward. Does that make you happy? Yes. If I could all hear you right now, I think you're all saying yes. There might be a few no's, I'm sure, but all right, draw the navel in. Come to a neutral spine. Bring your hands closer to your groin here, the crease, and then rest the elbows alongside. Notice how your shoulders are feeling. Notice you feel a little more open right here in the chest, hopefully. Draw the shoulders slightly back. Rest your elbows right on top of the hips. Maybe your elbows touch your hip bones now. Or maybe part of your arm touches your side body. Feel that? Yeah. So when your hands and arms and all this is out here, things can happen. They can tear, they can damage sometimes the shoulder when the arms are not in their proper place. So we always want to keep trying to strengthen the muscles between those bones in the back and the muscles that go along the spine in order to support these shoulders, this area in the front. All right, so we've done a couple things for the back. Now we're going to do a couple things for the front. So this one might be familiar. You're going to press down into your foot, your thigh, I mean, with your hand, and lift your foot off the ground. And hold. We're going to pulse the foot up, a little different. 5, 4. This is also a quad, but is also a psoas strengthener, which plays a lot of play, in strength of your belly and your lower back. So the psoas muscle does this action, lifts the leg and release. Relax that leg, change sides, press down, hover the foot, hold, keep pressing. Take a breath, and we're going to pulse this foot up, press down, 5, 4, working that psoas, 3, 2, and release. Relax. Grab your block if you have one. Place the block on top of your leg, long ways. Bring your elbow to the top of the block. You probably remember this. If this is familiar, you know what's coming. But first, I want you to press down into the block with your elbow. So I'll wait till everybody comes back to their chair. Yeah. So press down into the block with your elbow. You're activating your arm muscles. And release. Just a little pressure. Foot is flat on the floor. And notice what your belly does here. Just doing that action strengthens the front side of your body now. And release. Actually, you can't really strengthen the front without strengthening the back also. And press. And release. Last one. Press into the block with your elbow and then lift the foot. We're going to pulse 5, 4. Now, if you don't have a block, you're going to be doing the same thing with your hand. And 1. Drop the foot down to the floor. Press down into the block with your elbow and hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax for a moment. Catch your breath. I like that saying. All right, we're going to do this a little differently. Lifting the foot off the floor, we're going to extend the legs slightly, like you're kicking a soccer, all the while pressing into the block. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Press and press the block and release the foot. Other side. So this area should be quite activated, right? Maybe the side body, maybe back here a little bit too. Don't worry, we're going to do a cat-cow pretty soon. Elbow on top of the block, rest and relax your other side. So it did a lot of work just now. Now we're going to work the opposite side. Pressing into the block with your elbow and release. 5. And 3, pressing down. and 2, tall spine, and press, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, feeling the back of the arm working your tricep, and release. All right, sitting tall, pressing down with your elbow, little resistance, hover the foot, then pulsing up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, press, release, relax. Ready? We're going to do soccer kicks. Press down into the block with your elbow, hover the foot, kicking 5, 4, don't miss it, 3. If you have to go to the bathroom right now, do so. And last kick, release the foot, and well done. All right, bring your feet a little closer together, bring your hands on top of the block, rolling slowly into a cat, but wait a minute. First, we're gonna drop the head into your chest. So we're gonna do this standing a couple of times, and I want you to get this. So drop your head into your chest, and we're gonna curl the body down a little lower. The head is already dropped in toward your throat, your chest, as you roll slowly into a cat, rounding the spine. Press down into the block with your palms of both hands evenly. Extend both arms long, look at your belly, scoop it in a little bit more. Remember our breathing exercises? That last one, the Uddiyana Bandha, that's what I want you to feel. And then pressing down into the block with your hands as you come forward, lean over your block, elbows tuck into the ribs. See if you can drop your elbows to the top of your waist, top of your hips, as you bring your chin and your head into a cobra pose. Cobra poses are very strengthening for the back. All right. Your favorite? Block squeeze. So we're going to inform the hips by squeezing our block. If you're experiencing any discomfort in your glutes, in your piriformis, in your lower back, this is a very stabilizing action. And as you know, you're using these adductors, adding them together, right? And we're just going to squeeze. Notice what your feet do when you squeeze the block. They roll inward. Pressing the big toe mound, squeeze the block, get taller like you're squeezing toothpaste out of a tube, and get taller, squeeze, breathe, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. We're going to go for a little while here. Keep squeezing, draw the navel in, a lot of effort. Every muscle in the body is working. And, oh, were you squeezing your glutes? Well done. All right. Bringing the block long ways on one leg, bringing your opposite hand on top of the block. Press down into the block with your palm. We're going to come into a twist. So a gentle twist. You don't have to go very far in your first one. Make sure you're sitting right on top of your sit bones, not rolling back, rounding the lower back, okay? So make sure the pelvis is slightly coming forward, top edge of the sacrum, coming forward as you come into this winding of the spine. Bringing out the belly. Breathe into your twist. Now, did you forget about your hand? Press down into the block. That kind of lifts you up, gets you into the twist a little more. And then inhale, unwind. Bring the block again on top of your knees, hands on the block. Chin dips first, then roll back into your cat. Lengthen. Draw the navel in. Take a look at your belly. See if you can scoop it further. And then keep that action as you come forward. Draw the navel in. This strengthens everything. All right, now into this back bend. Leaning slightly over your block. Press down with your hands Lift up, away from your hands, and come to neutral. Twisting the other way. Opposite hand and leg, press down. Set yourself up. Make sure everything's in alignment. Good. Press down, lift up, and turn, spin. Oh, I can feel it in my lower back there. So draw the navel in. Oh, that took that discomfort away, actually, when I drew my navel in. Ah, finding happiness here. Take a breath in your twist. Feel your rib cage. Relax your shoulders. Draw the crown of the head higher. Press down into the block with your hand. And inhale, come back to the front. We're going to roll back into another cat, head first. Draw the navel in, slowly descend. Nice and easy. And this time we're going to go down to the floor. We're going to bring our block between our feet. So open up the feet wide enough to place the block flat. Bring your feet alongside the edges of the block. Bring your hands to the block. And I'm going to turn my hands so the fingers point forward like that. If you're not reaching your block, that's way too far down. If you can do that, great. If you can do that, it's totally fine. You're stretching your back. But I want to find some rounding here. Just some drawing energy downward, reducing the blood flow upward, dropping the crown of the head. Breathe into your child's pose. Breathe deeply. Then take a breath in, lift your head if you're down that far. So some of you are going to come up to a vertical spine. If you can, see if you can slide your block away from you, place your hands on top. See how that feels. This is a back stretch. Yep, and maybe drop your head between your upper arm bones. I feel this in my hips, all the way up my back to my neck. And then with your next breath in, slide the block in again. Hands come to the knees. I want you to drop the chin in towards your chest and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Ah, when you get to the top, lift the head. Ah, hold here, close your eyes, take a breath, catch up. All right. So move the block to the side. We're going to do just one or two standing things, and then we're going to sit back down and do Ekapada, Rajakapatasana. That's Pigeon Pose, or figure four. All right, stand behind your chair because you might need both hands or you might need one hand. I'm going to move my chair to one end of my mat. I'm going to have a light touch of the chair and bringing your feet into Tadasana, hip width apart. So it's there for you or it's in front of you, just as long as you can see me. All right, so take a look at your feet, even out your heels. So everyone take your heels, not move them out and go pigeon-toed. That's not what I mean. What I mean is I want you to take the heels slightly away from the center, like a fraction of an inch. That brings more awareness to the inner seams of both feet. So I'm not pigeon-toed, as you can see. If I were to bring my heels all the way like that, not good. Not good at all, okay? So the heels are slightly apart. So that evens up the inside of the feet. That brings alignment to the legs. If you feel a big pull in the knees, soften them. Don't press them backward, okay? Soften your knees. And then come into Tadasana this way. Even out the weight in both feet. we're going to do this Ekapada Tadasana. So Eka means one, and Pada means foot. Tadasana means pose, more or less. Actually, it doesn't, but yes. So light touch of your chair in Ekapada Tadasana. So we're going to stand on one foot. So we're going to shift our weight onto one foot. So I'm standing on my right leg, and I'm going to hover the left foot off the floor. Both legs are straight, but the knees are soft. This strengthens that leg. Every muscle in the body, in the front of the body, and the back of the body is working hard. Hold here. So the foot has to be flexed, dorsal flex, just like we did when we were sitting down. And hold here. And then carefully set that foot back down, even out the weight, yeah. And then shift your weight into your other foot and hover the foot. Lengthen the groins, lift out of the pelvis, hovering that foot. It's not so much a balance pose, but a strengthening pose. It is a balance pose, but we're strengthening this leg. Ekapada, one-legged, one foot. And carefully set that foot back onto the floor. Find Tadasana, mountain pose. If your heels have done something different, slightly draw them apart. Press the big toe mound, all four corners of the feet, and then soften your knees. We're going to do it again with a little variation. Holding on or not, shift your weight into one foot, hover the other foot off the floor. I'm going to bring my hand to my hip just to get it out of the way. You're going to swing the leg forward. Yep, swing it forward, not very high. And swing it back. Using your glute. Not very high, toes are pointing straight down. Swing it forward. Swing it backward. We're not bending the knees, but light, slight bend of the standing leg. Swing it forward. Swing it backward. All right, this one we're going to hold with the foot forward, heel slightly above the floor, and now we're going to bend a little deeper the standing leg. 2 times. Last time, and set it carefully back to the ground. You can give that leg standing leg a little shake. Changing sides, shifting the weight, hover the foot, soften the standing legs, soften the standing knee, flex that foot off the floor very firmly. We're going to swing it slowly. The slower the better. And then the heel goes up, toes point down as you swing it back and forward. And back. This strengthens the back body, strengthens the front of the leg. And one more time to the back, keeping a nice soft bend of the standing leg. Try not to do anything like hyperextend. Extend that leg forward, hover the heel above the floor, 2 dips. And release. So there's an exercise that I try to do, I can't do, but I try to do is called pistols. You're not going to do this, but what you do is you lift that leg and then you go all the way down to the floor into a squat, and my knee doesn't like that, but that's where we're going someday, maybe. Maybe you used to do that. All right, standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. Find your breath. Now, the ultimate body strengthener, the entire body. Downward facing dog. So of the 3 poses, of the poses that I mentioned in one of my emails, downward facing dog was one of them. So I've turned my chair, so I'm using the seat of my chair. If you know this pose and want to use the mat and go into down dog, go right ahead. But bringing your hands to either side of the chair seat, or you can place your palms flat. Now, when you're using the mat, of course, your hands have to be on the floor. And you can't do this with the chair. If that is way too much for your wrists, you can drop to your elbows and then walk your feet away. You still get a good stretch. But keeping the arms pretty parallel to each other. So walking your feet away, you're going to bend your knees once you get to where you're going. And you're going to bend your knees a lot. So come into that kind of a squat. So maybe resting your chest on your thighs, perhaps. And then slowly unbend, but not all the way. Bending the knees. Lengthening, not all the way. Just hold here. Lift the head so you can get your head in line with your upper arm bones, and then draw the navel upward toward the sky. Feel the stretch in every muscle in your body. Find happiness in your pose. One more breath. Lift your head. See, we don't stay very long. Walk your feet back. And have a seat. So come back to your chair. We're going to come into Pigeon Pose. Pick your favorite leg. You only have two choices. And draw the knee toward your chest. Relax your ankle. All right, so what happened to your spine? What happens to the spine is it's trying to lift the leg. So what I want you to do is try to draw the torso forward towards your knee and then lift it toward your chest. Try that again. Bring your torso towards your leg and then lift it. Flex your foot. If you cannot get your foot on top of your other knee, lean back and rest against the back of the chair. Maybe place your heel on top of your leg like that, and then hold on to your shin. So this stretches that hip area. Otherwise, if you can come into this figure four, place one hand on your foot, the other hand on the inside of your knee, and gently draw that knee down and lift your foot up. How's that feel? Can you let go? Hold on to your leg. And now you're going to draw your chest and torso towards your leg. And I'm going to flex my foot again. See if you feel all the muscles. That's what I wanted you to feel, was feel all the muscles engage when you flex your foot. All the muscles engage around the knee joint. That supports the knee in this position. Forward fold. Flat back. Notice I haven't dropped my upper back or my head. So I keep that neck long, draw the shoulders back. And if I wanted to lay my chest with a flat back on my leg, I probably would have to round for sure and drop my head. But we're not going far because we really want to stretch this outer hip. The IT band gets very tight and it also pulls on our hip and our pelvis. Makes sense, right? And take a breath, sit tall. Coming into a twist, we're going to go towards your foot first, turning. So even out the hips, relax your shoulders in your twist. Inhale, come back to the front. We're going to counter twist towards your knee. Yeah. We're going to do one more thing here after our twist. So come into this twist for a brief moment. And then hold on to that knee and then lift it toward your opposite shoulder. All the while keeping that foot flexed. Got it? And down. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Come back to the front. Sit tall. Extend the leg forward, and first starting picking up your second favorite knee and leg. Draw it towards your chest. Now you've rounded slightly, believe it or not. You're going to sit taller right on top of your sit bones, then lift the knee towards your chest. Okay, we're going to try that again. Inhale, lifting the knee. Draw the chest forward towards your leg. Squeeze it in. And then as you come into your figure four, dropping the knee, leaning back all the way. Maybe you could come to this, and that feels good to squeeze the knee towards your chest. Flexing your top foot, adjusting your body on your chair. Bring your hand underneath your foot like that, and the other hand on the inside of your knee, and give it a gentle nudge. And hold here. Breathe. Release your hands, grab a hold of your shin. And now we're going to get taller. Pull that leg energetically towards you. Got it? That's it. Barb, you doing this? I see you. All right, stay nice and tall. We're coming into a twist towards your foot. Turning the belly. Take a breath here in your twist. Notice your hips. Is your knee dropping lower maybe? Creating a little more space in the hip joint. And come back to the front. We're going to go to the other side. Turning towards your knee now for a brief moment. And then face your knee, lift it up towards your opposite shoulder, stretching that IT band all the way up into the tensor fascia lata that comes and attaches up here. And also your medial gluteus muscle is over here. This muscle right here gets very tight. And let's do a couple of lifts and release. Come back to the front. Hold on to your shin for one last time. Sit tall, release your foot. Adjust your body in your chair so you're comfortable. Bring your arms to the side. And then swing your right arm across your chest. And now we're going to tee the arms like that. So I've kind of turned a lot with this top arm. And this arm's doing what it can. Then I'm going to bend the bottom arm and squeeze the top arm into my chest as I turn my head away from my hand. I'm going to rotate my top arm, the straight arm, so the palm faces upward. That drops my shoulder slightly downward. Should feel a stretch in the outer arm, back of the arm, tricep, because we worked them hard. Changing sides. Now swinging the other arm across your chest like that. And then underneath, see if you can get the elbows to meet. And then squeeze that top arm into your chest as you turn your head away. Turn your hand upward. And release. Good work. Give the shoulders a nice roll. Yesterday we did Viparita Karani, legs up the wall, reversing our blood flow with our feet higher than our heart. You're more than welcome to do Viparita Karani. You can stay seated on your chair, or you can lie on the floor for Shavasana. So get settled, and thank you everyone for joining me. You can stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like.